Hello, it's Jonathan here, DJ Puff the Third, out in the woods again as always, and not far from where the 1960s school dump is, to be honest. Thought I'd come back just to see these particular tree, but I've discovered another one which is even older. There's actually a couple of apple trees here, and the positioning of them lends to, I don't know, orchard maybe, but the shape of the land seemed to be on a corner, and in front of me there is what looks to be an old cherry tree. Right in front of me, to the left behind me, is a big apple tree, and to the right behind me is another apple tree. But it seems to have toppled over in the past. Different kind, not sure what kind. It fell over and it kept growing again. And then I've just gone back away towards a path, and the kids tend to run around, and I've just seen one go past, flash and gone. Or turn it round, I've just seen this hawthorn in these absolutely ancient. This hawthorn must be hundreds and hundreds of years old. Honestly, unbelievable. Orchard, not sure, possibly a cottage, don't know really. But there is all kinds of rubble here. There's asphalt, there's pipe, there's brick, there's concrete, there's everything here, all smashed up. And a lot of it was probably, again, dumped in the 60s. Dole leg, some kind of bulb, a weird bulb, probably for a radio or a TV. And you switch it around. I did bring a saw up here and secateurs. Didn't really achieve too much, to be honest. It's just too much. Cutting dead branches, other bits, and pulling ivy. Well, in front of me, where is it? Here. It's behind another rotten stump, but there is actually a cherry tree here. Big cherry tree. It's got fruit on it. It's old, but the fruit will be so high that you won't be able to reach any of it. That's a big old cherry tree smack in the middle down the bank. And that's a birch. There's a lot of birch around here. Right, to my right we've got this. It looks awful, doesn't it? But believe it or not, this is an apple tree of some description. And then it's just mixed in with this other one and a load of ivy. They've both grown together, intertwined. I've cut a bit out here, make a bit of light. But these trees are so old and so overgrown, I very much doubt they'll ever fruit. I'll come back later in the year, but I'm highly unlikely that they're going to fruit at all. But you can see that this one here, oh dear, oh, it's not great terrain. You can see where it's literally fallen over at some point. There's the base of it. It's fallen over and it's continued to grow. It only had a short trunk by the look of it, and yet it got so top heavy still that it fell over, or it just partially rotted. So this is in fact an apple. And then over here we've got an even bigger apple, but I think it looks that big because it's just so consumed with the ivy and it's been climbing up it. Look at this apple tree. And the third of that width is probably ivy. Unfortunately, can't really cut a lot of that ivy away. I've pulled some hanging bits and some dead bits. And this branch has completely snapped and hit the ground. But it's still alive, or partially alive. But even this tree I mean, how old is this? Even with the ivy on it, this has got to be a couple of 100 years old. It's maybe more. It's got to be 1800s at least. But there is discernible leaf on it, as you can see. It is an apple. Whether it'll have fruit on it or not, it has blossomed. So we've got 2 apples, a cherry. There's a load of native birch around. But what really opened my eyes was this hawthorn. There's an ancient hawthorn here. I have never seen anything like it. It's got to be almost a metre in width. Look at this tree. Absolutely incredible. I've never seen anything like it. How old is this hawthorn? Look at it. This trunk has got to be a metre wide. It's huge. Just under half a metre by just under a metre. It's got to be 200 or 300 years old, this, maybe more. Absolutely ancient Crataegus or hawthorn. Massive. I've never seen nothing like it. You can tell it's been cut back and come back and come back. Sorry, cut back. And it's like clusters all on the trunk where they've continued to cut it back at the side of the path. But it's truly massive. Holy crap fingers. Absolutely incredible. What a find. It's not far from the 1960s bottle dump. And this is basically the path that the students run up. The blue path, apparently. I've only seen the one student run past though. Well, what can I say? Unbelievable. This hawthorn is absolutely enormous. I mean, it could be truly ancient. I don't know how slow these things grow. It could be part of a Saxon boundary for all we know. Not impossible. The Celtics, especially Ireland, they revere the hawthorn. And if you got it on your farm and you get rid of it, it's supposed to be very bad luck, because the Irish, they revere the hawthorn very much spiritually. Absolutely enormous. Have another look at the trunk. The detail and the width on the trunk is just incredible. Absolutely speechless. That is got to be the oldest hawthorn I've ever seen in my life. It's massive. Like I said, we've got 2 apples here. They've suffered with the neglect, the ivy. The weight of the ivy has snapped branches. I don't know how old they are. In fact, there's a bit more light here, over here, and you can see that the blossoming is a bit healthier. There might be some fruit on it. We're going to have to keep an eye on it later this year, see what kind of fruit it produces. I'm still looking around to see if there's anything else. I don't think there is. Just another birch, some buddleia, butterfly bush, trails of vomit plant. But you can see here that fruit has taken. As to whether it'll come to anything, I don't know. Look at all this ivy. I mean, I could try and clear all this dead ivy off. I don't fancy doing this massive clump today, but it will bring a bit more light into this corner. All these pointless outdoor ventures, you know, working for Mother Nature. But this is an old apple tree in itself, and I don't know how they age. But that hawthorn is astronomical, astronomical. Wow. What can I say? We're not that far from the 60s school dump. And I found a cherry tree, 2 apples, a massive hawthorn, and there's a lot of plums. There's, you know, them plums, they just run and sucker and they seed themselves and they come up everywhere. It's pretty normal, to be honest. But yeah, wow. I've done a very small amount of tidying up and let some more light in, but basically I've done the video just for the hawthorn. Absolutely massive. You want to see it again, just go back in the video. My walking pole was on the floor and it was almost as wide as my walking pole, and this is as long as I have to have it in order to, you know, keep myself up. Although I don't really need the walking pole, it's more like a comfort thing, to be honest. Confidence boosting thing. But unbelievable. Anyway, I'm going to end it here and go back to the buggy. I've got a drink and a chocky bar. I forgot to bring my drink and chocky bar up, so I'm going to go down and have a rest. Basically left it at the 60s bottle dump, but I'm not going to do anything there today. Probably won't do anything for a little while. I think my next dig will probably be red robin bottle tip again. I've got a hole ready to go, get all the tools ready, and I might just do a full length, maybe a couple of hour video of just me starting a dig at red robin. It will be dry enough now. And of course that's a 1932 dump, and it can get very interesting, that dump. I've got a phone with a lot of room, so I can just do a proper video and not worry about bad signal doing a live. I can just do a full length video. So red robin bottle tip will probably be next. Anyway, thanks for joining me. It's Jonathan here, DJ Puff the Third. Checked out some old trees, a cherry that you can't reach the fruit on, a couple of apples, and the most ancient hawthorn I've ever seen. Let me know how old you think it might be, because some of you might know better than I do, but fuck me, 300, 400 years old, could even be older. I don't know how they grow. It could even be Saxon boundary. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Bye for now.